Do you even care about thrift stores? Maybe this one is for the ladies. Like, press the button. You know, the bell button. Yes, press the bell button. And if you haven't subscribed, come on now, subscribe. Thrifting in Albuquerque is the worst. And I have a rant prepared for that. Bet you never saw a rant on thrifting. This is by far my favorite thrift store, St. Vincent de Paul. They had a board game in there for $15. A used board game. Yeah, it was nice. $15, y'all. Come on. Okay, so I've got a big family, and we seek alternative means to acquire goods. That's what we do. So thrifting is a big thing for us. Not only that, but back in the day, I was a used book dealer, even had a used book shop. And that definitely took me into the dark underbelly of buying people's old stuff. Estate sales, garage sales, whatever it might be. Now, I've gotten the impression that the garage sailing scene here is really good. At least I see a lot of signs. I haven't been out garage sailing yet. But I've definitely been out thrifting a few times. And I've got to tell you, it's the worst. And you just don't know what you're missing, I guess. And they're taking advantage of us. So there are three things I want to talk about. And I'm going to start with the very biggest one. You know, normally you'd end with a bang, but no, this is the one that really kills me, and I'm going to start with it. And then hopefully the other two will simply fine-tune your co-outrage, your outrage along with me. All right, so first, price. The prices are outrageously high, like not just a little bit higher. Like I'm happy if I find stuff that's twice the price I would have expected to have paid elsewhere. Twice the price. And I'm like, let me think about this. I mean, really outrageous. And when I go to thrift stores, I usually look at three things. I look at clothes, I look at books, I look at games. A lot of other great stuff you can find at thrift stores. Depending on the shop, you can find records, you can find toys, you can find crockery. Crockery is the only thing where I've found comparable prices. 25 cents here, $2 there for some sweet mug. Otherwise, like I said, twice as much makes me happy. Clothes, don't even think about it. Like you look at the colored tag sales or whatever. I mean, normally I see a colored tag, I think, ooh, that's the sale of the day. That's going to be $1. No, that will mean it's down to like $4. Books, there's some places where I'm walking out, I haven't bought any books, but like $3 or $4 for a hardback, or $2 is the most I would have paid somewhere else. Just absolutely makes me insane. So, have I bought a few things in thrift stores? Yes, but I mean, at this point, for me, walking through thrift stores is like walking through museums of a bygone era of thrift shopping. Because I no longer, I mean, I guess now I'm just looking for the odd thing that might delight me. I'm not going to go to thrift stores looking for stuff I actually want, because I could just go to TJ Maxx. Yeah, I need to move on to the next thing. Goodness gracious. So the prices are outrageously, ridiculously high. Thrifting in this town is terrible just because of that. But a couple of other things I've noticed. One, the causes for the thrift stores here are super lame. And maybe that actually even plays into why my favorite thrift shop, the one I actually enjoy being in, there's nothing mega thrift shop about it, like say Savers. Savers is the worst. And it's a Roman Catholic thing that raises funds for the diocese and the charitable projects that the diocese do. I mean, that's kind of cool. So the thrift stores back where I came from were oriented around like real charitable emergency needs, in particular involving humans. I mean, there are several thrift stores here, some of the bigger ones, that are charities for animals. And that's all well and good. But you know what I haven't seen? Like our favorite chain, it was a huge chain and very successful chain of thrift stores, local to where we were. They were all owned by this one ministry that everybody knew. And the ministry had prison halfway houses, had orphanages for children, had homeless shelters, had rehab programs. I had friends who went through their rehab program. So you knew what they were doing. You knew that what they were doing was good, and you were more than happy to donate your stuff and to spend your money there. I went to Savers and it said donate to a nonprofit. I'm sure they are a nonprofit, but nowhere did I see what they were about. Right? I mean, they put themselves out there as a store, just a regular old store. And I wonder if that actually connects to how much people charge. Like, where, there are just more thrift stores where no one's actually thinking of it as a charity. Maybe the immediacy of giving charity makes people price differently. And I mean, I'm used to thrift stores having special sections where they know that if they sell this on eBay, they'll make $50, so they'll sell it for $30 to you. And that's a lot of money for a thrift store, but those are usually in special sections. Just, because a shirt is kind of nice doesn't mean you should pay $12 for it at a thrift store. And I wonder how much the cause that these thrift stores are oriented to play into that. So in the comments section, if you know of a sweet thrift store with a sweet cause, and as much as we should be looking after our stray dogs, that's not what super duper inspires me and interests me. If you own a shelter for stray dogs, having a thrift store is a great option. I don't want to come down too hard on this and hate on this, but where are my orphanages at? Where are my adoption agencies at? It's just weird. The third thing, and I remember I told you there's all these super commercial thrift stores, and the thrift stores here are very clean, they're very organized in their own weird, unhelpful way. They're not organized for thrifters. I don't know what else to say, like the thrifting culture. Maybe you guys need to tell me what the thrifting culture here is like. But yeah, so you've got these big, clean thrift stores. I mean, I've been in some dingy ones, little dingy ones as well, and I usually like those. Sometimes they're terrible, whatever. But multiple thrift stores in the area have, dun 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 dun, memberships, like terrible supermarkets. If I go to a supermarket and I can't get the sale price unless I get a membership, I don't shop there again. And now these thrift stores are coming up on me, offering me deals if I have a membership. If it's a thrift store, I'm supposed to get the deal. Ugh. All right, so that has been my experience at thrift stores. Super duper high prices. I mean, $13 for a shirt, for a men's shirt. Like as a regular price, not some special Louis Vuitton or whatever. I think that's a woman's purse brand. My wife has the skills to go into places and find a little scarf that'll sell for $50 on eBay or whatever. If stores find those and price them special, great. But as a regular price, you've got shirts for $8, you've got shirts for $12, and they're just regular shirts. No, not cool. So price. And then the causes are crazy. And finally, memberships, which is just the cherry on top of my outrage. Drop me comments, y'all. Tell me, maybe if I go, because as most of you guys have figured out, I live in the Northeast. And, the Northeast is a big area, and there's a lot of variety, a lot of socioeconomic variety. There's this whole, Manal is like a thrift store lane. Like, when I first moved here and I happened to down Manal, I was like, sweet, the thrifting here is going to be awesome. it's not awesome. But there's this whole, like, you can go from the freeway, well, from more or less Candelaria, all the way to the mountains, and you're hitting thrift stores. And they're all expensive. Maybe I need to go south. Maybe you people can hook me in to some good thrifting options. All right, that's my piece of outrage. The peace of Christ be upon you.